Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Advent Calendar. This is day 16. And it's late again. And there's no time for anything special. And I don't know. So we're just doing this. And then maybe I'm gonna ramble a bit. It depends on how long this takes, I guess, and how well my voice holds up. Because it's a little rough. It's not bad, but it's not perfect. Ever heard of it? Nope. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. And then there's a different one, I guess. So voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. I hate the repetition somehow. I don't know. So no voice, but it does cry. No wings, but it flutters. No teeth, but it bites. No mouth, but it mutters. I don't know. Like first idea, I don't know. I really can't think of anything. Yeah. I don't know. Like biting, that could be cord. Like biting cord. Cord doesn't have teeth, but the cord doesn't really cry or flutter or mutter. The wind, maybe? The wind could be biting. And fluttering and muttering and crying, maybe? I'm not sure. It's like, no, it doesn't seem like... Oh yeah, that's definitely it. But that could work, maybe. No chickens. Very disappointed. Yeah, can't really think of anything else right now. Let's look at the second one. Alive without breath, as cold as death, never thirsty, ever drinking, or in male, never clinking. No chickens again. Oh, another egg though. Also no chickens though. That was not a nice throw anyway. I would never want chickens from that anyway. So yeah. What was it? Alive without breath. Cold as death? No. Yes, cold as death, never thirsty, ever drinking. What's never thirsty but always drinking? I can't think of anything that's what's drinking? What could drinking be other than, you know, drinking? These are hard. These are very hard. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters. I mean, for that, I guess wind might be a decent guess for that one. So maybe we're just gonna accept that that's the best we can do. But I don't know if that's actually... I also feel like I know that riddle, but I don't remember the answer. So I don't know. Where would I have heard that riddle though? But I don't know. It seems like it could be the wind, because the wind does definitely bite when it's cold, and it like mutters and cries and flutters, because, you know, there's sound and there's movement and all that. Alive without breath. Score is death, never thirsty, ever drinking, or in male, never clinking. Oh, that's a fish. Are those from The Hobbit? I wanna know now. I need to know. Hobbit riddles. Okay, Gollum and Bilbo, sure. What has roots as nobody sees, is taller than trees, up it goes, and yet never grows. That's the mountain. And then we have 30 white horses on a red hill. First the champ Then they stamp, then they stand still, his teeth. And then, yeah, Gorham, voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters, as the wind. Alive without breath, as cold as death, never thirsty, ever drinking, or in meal never clinking. Fish, yes. Man, how did that take me so long? Like, in hindsight, both, like, the wind, I mean, we did come up with that one. But the fish I only remembered after I realized that I knew the first one from something, and then it all clicked. Because the fish is alive, but it doesn't breathe, because, you know, well, I don't know. It is sort of, but they're not, like, breathing oxygen, I guess. Or, I mean, well, I guess they are, right? But not, I don't know. It's a technicality, I guess. Cold as death. I don't know if fish are that cold. I mean, they're as cold as the water they're in, right? So, like, a tropical fish in some warm water wouldn't be as cold as death, but, you know, it's fine. Never thirsty, ever drinking, that's the thing. Like, they're not thirsty, but they're always drinking, because they're always swallowing water and, you know, whatever. They're just breathing, you know, the oxygen out of the water, whatever. Or in meal, never clinking, because they have scales, of course. And they don't clink, because, yeah, it just makes sense. I should have realized that right away. I'm embarrassed by that somewhat. I mean, it's not like I don't know when I last read The Hobbit. And I also didn't read it in English, I think. No, I didn't read that in German still. It was like ages ago. Because in recent years, like, I've been reading mostly. Well, I'm not reading like English translations of like German books. But I'm also not reading German translations of English books anymore, as, you know, if I can avoid it. I think if I buy a book or, you know, get a book, I get it in English or German, depending on what the original language of the author is. So, there's that. Oh, we need to look the solutions up too. Where's day 16? I should know, but I'm completely lost now. No, we don't have Optifine, so I can zoom. Was that 16? No, it was 15. It was yesterday. I don't even remember. Where's 16? This is not 16. This is like 18? Right? No, it's 16. I don't know. I can't remember. Fish. But there's one missing. There you go. Anyway. Yeah. I'm trying to remember when I read The Hobbit. I read The Lord of the Rings first, and then I read The Hobbit. Must have been like 12, maybe? I don't know. It's a while ago. And I did see the movies, I guess, but I don't know. I don't remember them very well, the Hobbit movies. I do remember the Lord of the Rings movies better than the Hobbit movies. The Hobbit movies just weren't that good. I don't know. It's just one of those... But they weren't that good, right? I think that's... I don't know. I always hate when I don't like something like that, because I feel like I should. It's the same with the new Star Wars movies. I don't really think they're very good. I'm still gonna watch the last one too, when it comes out. It comes out later this week, right? Yeah. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to see it, but I do wanna go see it. But like episode 7 and 8 have not been great. I think the criticism is a bit overblown for sure. Like, I don't think 7 was necessarily like a terrible movie. I was just really disappointed because it's just like a remake, or like a reboot, or a soft reboot, or whatever you want to call it, of episode 4. And that's just, you know, I had already seen that movie. I didn't need to see it again. And also it's just weird, because it's not like, it wasn't, I don't like reboots of movies anyway, for the most part. Just, you know, like the Spider-Man stuff, I haven't watched any of those in like forever, but they just kept rebooting that franchise, and I don't do that. And I realize, you know, they have to, like, I don't know, actors like don't wanna do like 15 Spider-Man movies, so if they wanna keep making Spider-Man movies, they have to cast new Spider-Man, and then It doesn't really make sense. So, but still, just retelling. I don't know. It's just weird, and it makes many weird decisions too. Hollywood sucks. But yeah, like if the Star Wars movies, I think it's extra weird because it's like it was always there was always like talk like for as long as I can remember, which is not very long, but it's kind of long at this point, I guess. There was always the talk about like there's gonna be 3 trilogies of Star Wars movies, and then it's gonna be this one arc. Like it's gonna make sense as one long story. But then if episode 7 is basically episode 4, then that's not really true. Because it's not like they did reboot Star Wars with like a new episode 4. They were supposed to make, the 7th of the series, and they didn't really do that necessarily. I mean, it's not the exact same movie, but it's like in terms of like it's basically a remake. Which is just disappointing. Anyway, and it's also not only do I disapprove because I wanted something else and it's disappointing. I also think it's the coward's way of doing things. Like if you take over a huge franchise like that, I know it's a taunting task. Well, I mean, it's not like I speak from experience or anything. I've never taken over like a huge franchise of that kind. But obviously there's a lot of pressure. But just to, just fan service stuff and I don't know. It seems like a cop out to me. I'd rather have like a really bad 7th movie, to be honest. Like a really bad, just like bad movie. I think that would have been still a better experience overall than this like lame sort of, it's this, Star Wars. I don't know. I'd rather, I guess what I'm saying is I would rather have them take risks and then, maybe they miss on some of that and people don't really like it, than just to play it so safe that it's just like, you don't even need to watch the movie at all. You already know what's gonna happen. Anyway. That's enough rambling, I guess. Definitely is. So yeah, I guess that's it for today then. I haven't really had a look at those maps yet. When did I talk about the maps coming out? I don't know. It wasn't very many maps. It was like 5 maps or something on Minecraft Maps that were released fairly recently. But yeah, I haven't really taken a closer look. Nothing like jumped out to me right away. But I mean, that's not a fair assessment. I'm definitely not saying they are bad, because I can't judge them. But nothing seemed like definitely outstanding. But just to be expected, I guess, because things rarely do. All right, I guess that's it. Were there any questions? I don't remember. Was there anything else to talk about? I feel like it was something I wanted to say, but I can't remember now. No, I don't think there were any new comments. There's actually no comment on yesterday's Advent Calendar episode. It does feel that way, unless this app is not showing them to me. Let's go to videos and just see if there's something. Nope. I guess I understand that. It is a bit repetitive for sure, and it's every day, and I don't really do much other than solve some riddles. But whatever. It's fine. I don't mind. I do not mind. It's weird. It feels like everything is sort of slowing down a bit, YouTube-wise. Like the view counts and all that are sort of slowing down in the second half of the year here. And I think a lot of that is just like bingo is. I mean, it's not like it's dying. That would be way too dramatic of a term. It's just winding down a bit right now. It's like in a downturn. And that could change again. I mean, I think one of the reasons is definitely that Brian stopped playing. And maybe Brian stopped playing because it was already sort of on the downturn there, from his perspective at least. And I'm not like blaming him or anything. It's just I think that's one of the reasons. We didn't, no more code apps and stuff. And there aren't really very many other like regular uploads of Minecraft bingo videos. So there's not a lot of opportunity for like new people to come in, and then it's just a lot of bingo that I'm producing. So I don't blame anyone for not watching every single day, because that's a lot of bingo, and they're not like short videos either. So yeah, that seems fine to me. That seems to make sense too. But I just yeah, it feels like everything else I do is just sort of meh. Like the CTM stuff always does fairly well, I guess, and it also usually brings in some new people, at least some names in the comments that I don't really know, which is always nice. It's always great to have that, to see that, and I'm happy with those, like the horrifying stuff. Those series are definitely going well, and then the other games, the puzzle games, it's always a bit of a smaller crowd anyway. And then with Minecraft stuff, I mean, there just hasn't been much, it has to be said. Other than CTM and bingo stuff. But we'll see. We'll have a look at the end of the year. I haven't really had I'm not obsessing about it. So I don't know what the overall numbers are like for the year. I think they're still very, very good compared to previous years. But that like steep incline is not really there anymore. Like we're not rapidly growing. And another symptom of that is probably the subscriber count, which has been very, very stagnant since we hit 1,000. I think we're at 1,030 now, and for the longest time we're just bumping around between 1,020, 1,025, something like that. Just gain a view, lose a view. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I got into that topic now, but we should really end it. So we'll do just that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Some more riddles to go. How many more riddles to go? How many more days to go? Who can do math? We did 16 of 24. It's really complicated, I know. But it's not that long left. It's almost Christmas. It's like a week and a day. And I guess another day if you care about Christmas Day more than Christmas Eve. And then that's over and done with, and then some more weird, lazy, slow days of eating too much stuff, and then it's New Year's, and then we're off to another fresh year of whatever. We'll see. But I guess that's it now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.